was fully satisfied.
所以当神通过摩西颁下来的律法呢，在基督耶稣身上完全得到满足，他完全的满足了神公义的律法。
There was no need of any more animal sacrifices, or the following of rites that had been given to the Jews.
所以信耶稣的人不再是需要去遵守神吩咐犹太人必须要遵守的那些宗教条规和这个律法条款。
The one requirement was now to believe in Jesus and in what he did to reconcile the world to himself.
只有一个要求，就是新约的教会的行为里面只有一个要求，就是我们要相信耶稣，不但相信耶稣，还要相信耶稣所做的事情。他所做的事情就是让世界和上帝和好，通过耶稣。
And this was a big difference here, where he died to reconcile not just the Jews, but the whole world to himself.
这个罗马书里面非常详细的讲明一个真理，就是耶稣的死，他让世界与神和好，不仅是犹太人与神和好，也有外邦人与上帝和好。
Now to explain this, Paul has to give a picture of what the people in this world are like.
这个保罗呢，为了要把这个福音的道理讲明白呢，他必须要先一步一步的来。他第一步是说，这个世界到底是什么样？他先要把世界的本相罗列在这个罗马教会的面前。
You see, and so open to Romans 1.
所以我们如果你有带圣经来，请翻到罗马书1章罗马书第1章。
And see what Paul has to say to the Church of Rome.
我们要看看保罗对罗马的教会到底有什么要说的。
And we start at verse 18.
我们从第1章的第18节。
For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who suppress the truth in unrighteousness.
在第18节说，在266页新约圣经，他说：“原来上帝的愤怒从天上显临在一切不虔不义的人身上，那就是行不义、阻挡真理的人。”
You see, the wrath of God is pointed at the ungodliness, unrighteousness, and at people who suppress the truth in unrighteousness.
你看他说，这是上帝的震怒，是显明在什么呢？在一切不虔不义和行不义、阻挡真理的人，这样的人身上。
Because they don't have any excuse, because that which is known about God is evident within them, for God made it evident to them.
第19节说，为什么神的震怒在他们身上呢？因为上帝的事情，人所能知道的，原是显明在人的心里，因为神已经给他们显明了。
And this was all the Gentiles as well as the Jews, you see.
所以这所有的人，这个人包括是外邦人也好，犹太人也好，全人类。
And then he explains it. For since the creation of the world, his invisible attributes, his eternal power and divine nature have been clearly seen, being understood through what has been made, so that they are without excuse.
在第20节，大家都很熟悉这几节的经文。第20节说，自从造天地以来，上帝的永能和神性是明明可知的，虽是眼不能见，但借着所造之物就可以晓得，叫人无可推诿。
You see, but this is what they were doing.
这是我们这个地上的罪人做些什么事情呢？
For even though they knew God, they did not honor him as God.
说是地上的人呢，他们虽然知道神，但却不当作神来荣耀他。
Or give thanks, say thank you to him.
他们也不感谢神，从来没有说主啊，我们感谢你。
But they became futile in their speculations, and their foolish heart was darkened.
说这个罪人的思念变为虚妄，无知的心就昏暗了。
Professing to be wise, wise, they became fools.
他们自称为聪明，反成了愚拙。
And then you see, they exchanged the glory of the incorruptible God for an image in the form of corruptible man and birds and four-footed beasts and crawling creatures.
这个第23节说，这地上的罪人将不能朽坏的，就永不朽坏的上帝的荣耀变成偶像，所以仿佛呢，把神变成仿佛会朽坏的人啊、飞禽走兽啊、昆虫的样式。
And so Paul goes on, he says, they did that, you see, and so then God turned them over so that they sinned more.
这个罗马书这个保罗说，因为人是这样子，所以呢，神呢任凭他们乘着心里的情欲去行这些各种各样羞耻无知的事情。
See, if you're going to do that, he says, I'll let you follow your lusts wherever it wants to
神
go.
说，你明明知道有我，但是你非得要抵挡行不义，阻挡真理，我就任凭你们去自残，这个是去行这个误会的事。
Therefore, God gave them over in the lusts of their hearts to impurity, that their bodies might be dishonored among them.
在第24节说，上帝就任凭他们乘着心里的情欲行污秽的事，以至于彼此玷辱自己的身体。
Because they exchanged the truth of God for a lie.
他们将上帝的真理呢变成谎言、虚谎，
And worshipped and served the creature rather than the Creator, who is blessed forever.
这些罪人呢，他们将上帝，他们去敬拜、侍奉那受造的，但不去侍奉那造物的神。
You read the history of Israel in the Old Testament. This is what they're doing all the time, all the time. They knew who God is. They saw God had brought them out of Egypt, and yet they were always following the idols and the gods of the people around them.
如果大家读旧约圣经里面有一种，我们读的时候有一种很无奈的重复，这种重复看的人都烦了，就是什么呢？犹太人几千年来就是这样，他们有耶和华时时跟他们同在，耶和华帮助他们，在他们中间，但是他们不停的去敬拜人手所造的，在各地的丘坛，在这个山野。 到处去拜巴力，拜各种各样说不出来的人手造的这个飞禽走兽，各种各样乱七八糟的假神。
So then God said, for this reason, God gave them over to degrading passions, for their women exchanged their natural function for that which is unnatural.
在第26节他说，因此上帝又任凭他们放纵可羞耻的情欲，他们的女人把顺性的用处变为逆性的用处。
And in the same way, also the men abandoned the natural function of the woman and burned in their desire toward one another, men with men committing indecent acts and receiving in their own person the due penalty for their error.
第27节说，男人也是如此，弃了女人顺性的用处，欲火攻心，彼此贪恋，男的和男的行可羞耻的事，就在自己身上受着妄为当得的报应。
So that the sins that we see in the world today, and have back all the way back to Sodom and Gomorrah, we see happening. God turned them over because they ignored Him.
所以大家看见，当时在现在我们在这个在央街上看见的这些很公开猖狂的这种同性恋的犯罪的行为，在那个时候就有，而且在索多玛。 遭毁灭的日子已经有的罪，现在犹太身上也有，在全世界各地罪，今天在我们这片国土上也有这样的罪恶，都是人把神弃绝以后，神任凭他们去放纵自己的情欲。
And just that they did not see fit to acknowledge God any longer, God gave them over to a depraved mind to do those things which are not proper.
在第28节说，他们既然故意不认识上帝，神就任凭他们存了邪僻的心，行那些不合理的事。
And so being filled with all unrighteousness, like wickedness, greed, evil, full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, malice, and their gossips.
这个在第29节说，心里装满了各样的不义、邪恶、贪婪、恶毒，满心是嫉妒、这个凶杀、争竞、诡诈、毒恨，又是残毁的。
But the list isn't stopped yet. It goes a little
这个
bit
还继
farther.
续朝后还有。
Slanderers, haters of God, insolent, arrogant, boastful, inventors of evil, disobedient to parents, without understanding, untrustworthy, unloving, unmerciful.
这个第30节说，又是忏悔的，背后说人的，怨毒神，怨恨上帝的，侮辱人的，这个侮慢人的哈，狂妄的、自夸的、捏造恶事的、违背父母的、无知的、背约的、没有亲情的、不怜悯人的。
And although they know the ordinance of God, that those who practice such things are worthy of death, they not only do the same, but also give hearty approval to those who practice them.
这个1章的最后一节，他们这些罪人指世上的罪人，虽知道上帝判定行这样事的人是当死的，然而他们不但自己去行，还喜欢别人也去行。
You see, God put into us a conscience.
大家知道神把良心放在人的心里。
And even the people